We're rolling on Journey.
Rip Digital Radio presents LA Style Magazine. 'Tis the time. Marquita Monet and Trisha Love.
Hello.
How you guys doing? We're back.
What's up?
Grammys make you hot.
Yes, it is.
Like
This is
fire.
America. Diana
Okay.
Ross. Yes.
Oh,
It
that
was awesome.
dress,
It was awesome.
Trisha. Diana Ross's dress. Did that give you life? That beautiful red.
Everything.
Oh my God, what
She's
happened?
such a queen.
Oh,
But what
she's-
about Dolly Parton?
She's a queen too.
Hey, she's a queen from the
She
South.
sure is. H-Town, sweetheart. I was raised in Houston. Don't try to
She
cast
killed it.
shade.
Working
Okay.
9 to 5. Woo. It was awesome. All right.
Exactly.
Dolly still got it.
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
she sure does.
She
Yeah.
still did her
Timeless.
thing.
Dolly
Yes.
is touched. She's been through some things. She's fair.
But here's the thing. It's not about Dolly or her.
Uh-oh.
It's about our special guest.
Yes,
and let
it
me
is.
bring this one in because
beautiful. She's just beautiful.
we've had talks before. We had conversations and we go back. I met this young lady, a songwriter, producer, an amazing artist. I met her at my friend's pop-up in downtown LA called
Wow.
Corral. And she was one of the few that kept in touch that night. And Ashley, I met Ashley the same night as I met this one.
Oh.
So let's give it up for Marley Chiarte. This is a
Ashley.
special one for me.
Yes.
So every time you come on the show, I'm going to bring this up because Ashley came from this.
Oh,
So,
that's our
let's give it up for
sweetie.
Ashley
Johnson.
You're loved. You are loved. How does that feel?
And Ashley was on her phone and she never did acknowledge me until I took her phone and like, hey, I need to know you. So that's how I get down. You don't pay attention, I'm going to make you.
Divine connection.
Marley.
What's going on, Marley? How are you?
I'm so great.
Welcome back.
This
Thank
is
you.
returning.
So
You like the difference in the studio now,
I
right?
do. I love this
yeah,
space.
it's kind of like an upgrade. We were in a sweaty basement last time.
Oh, that okay. We came at the right time, Trisha.
It was like a 3-seater, but it was 6 people in there.
I felt like you and Ashley were just like
Yeah,
looking at
all
each
up on
other
each
like
other.
this the whole time.
Right. Our mics were close, feedback and everything. Now we got a little space up in here.
Humble beginning.
Yeah, welcome to Dream.
Yes, indeed.
The red carpet has been rolled out.
Absolute.
There we
Absolute.
go.
So you're here for a reason. What do you got going on? And I'm gonna let Tiz go into it because he has some questions.
Always. You know, we just want to kind of get into your music and kind of first start off and just find out, you know, some of our listeners won't know who you are. So
Mhm.
just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from, your roots, and
Yeah.
your beginnings in music.
Well, originally, this is something that we bonded over. I remember.
Yes.
We're both from the Midwest, originally from Kansas City, Missouri.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Midwesterners. So originally from Kansas City, home of the blues and jazz. So that's my
Yes.
roots right
Yes.
there. So yeah, Kansas City, and I moved to LA about 3 years ago, maybe 3.5-ish. I lose count. I was just telling her, I feel like I lived more life
That was
in LA than I did all my life in Missouri. Like it's crazy. This is lifestyle is nuts.
Yes.
love it.
But yeah, so basically I do I write and I sing rhythm and blues, alternative rhythm and blues music.
Mhm.
With I guess like commercial R&B, like pop.
Mhm.
So like a lot of my influences are like Aaliyah, TLC, but it's hard because I love every genre of music and I'm so inspired by so many different genres. So it's
Right.
hard to say. So I don't want to like I try not to categorize myself as much, but I have tons of different influences. But jazz and blues for real being one of the biggest influences for me.
Well, did you start out in gospel, being in the Bible Belt?
I didn't actually.
I just had to ask, man.
Hey, man.
I had to ask.
Hey,
you
That's
know.
a
man.
good one. Yeah.
Hey, you know, just because you know the rhythm and blues, and I understand, but you know, I do know Kansas City. I'm
Yeah.
from Colorado, so it's it's right on through there. Shoo, it's
Yeah.
all Bible, man. And I grew up in the church,
Yeah.
so I had no choice. But
Yeah.
just want
Right.
to find out.
No, for sure. I actually found out later in life that my grandfather on my dad's side was a jazz pianist.
Mhm.
I didn't know this, but I thought that was a cool thing to find out because it was like I didn't really have contact with my dad's side of the family all my life, but it's interesting to find that it's like kind of in your blood, you know?
they
Yeah,
pass
My
it down to you.
dad was like obsessed with jazz, so he'd take us to these hole-in-the-wall blues places, and I grew up on that. So
Yeah.
that was my staple, that was my foundation, and kind of just, different influences from there.
Man, that's funky. I like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But that answered about her surroundings because I was going to
Yeah.
ask about that, but you just let me know about that. So
Yeah, Tiz.
How old were you when you
That's
knew
good.
that singing was your thing?
It's funny you asked that because I think it was Christmas. I was back at my mom's house for Christmas. And I was going through some old bins, old like memorabilia stuff.
Mhm.
And I found this letter I wrote to Santa. And I was like, because I was trying to remember when was it that I knew I wanted to be a singer, writer. And I wrote this letter to Santa. I wish I had a picture of it. But it was
Oh.
something like, I want a karaoke machine for Christmas. That's all I want because I just want to practice so I can get on the big stage someday. And it was kind of insane. I didn't realize it went that far back.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was always something that I really just had a passion for. I always would dance in my room to my boombox and get crazy and like try on my sister's dance outfits and dance around. So I think ever since I was a little girl, honestly, even if I wasn't actively pursuing it, it was like in me, I guess.
You can text me that letter to Santa later.
Yeah,
I
I'll
wanna
text
see
it
that.
to you.
So
I'll text
cute.
it.
So speaking of, since you got that letter to Santa and you asked
Mhm.
about that big stage, what is the biggest stage that you've performed on, and or where do you want to perform?
So my live performance is something I'm working on this year because I've been so focused on getting the material out and building a local following and introducing myself to the city. But as far as live performance, I haven't been on any like big stages, but I am trying to hit the festivals and just get out and get exposed more. I would love to perform. It's not like a huge stage or anything, but the Hi-Hat.
Mhm.
I've always really wanted to perform there here in LA. I just love the venue and think it'd be cool. I'm not like so specific. I'm really open to whatever I can manifest and works for me.
Well,
Yes, yeah.
big thing are coming. So
Yeah.
just keep pushing. It's all
Exactly.
good.
And on that note, are there any other projects that you're working on besides that live performance at that venue?
For sure. So I just filmed a video for my song "Think About Me" that was released on
Love
my
it.
latest project. Fall is the EP name.
Mm-hmm.
So I just released, or I'm going to release that. We're editing the video now and going through the details and everything. I'm actually working on a single now. Super
Awesome.
excited to release that.
Video and single.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Yes.
We're listening.
So I'm doing that, and then I'm hoping to work on a new album this year too. I want to do the single first and just kind of feel it out, see what direction I really want to go.
That's fire, Marlon.
yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, trying it out.
So are you one of those that gets flooded with just information and you got to get it out? Is it
I'm
the
so
whole-
that person. I just told my friend this. I was like, if I don't write things out, I literally feel like I'm going crazy. Like
Yeah.
I think I'm more of a writer than I am anything else, that I have to release it, or I'm like, what do I do with myself?
Yeah.
like,
Feels
all
like
over the
order
place.
comes. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I feel you on that.
Organization. Yeah.
She said the EP and the single and then the album. I was like, man, that's a lot. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a lot of information flowing from you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
That's amazing. I know that you talked about not putting yourself in specific categories as far as like music or influences or categories, but what would you say that makes your music unique?
I think because I grew up listening to so many different sounds, being the jazz and the blues being such a foundation for me,
Mhm.
having that influence, and then also my oldest sister, her favorite genre was like 90s hip hop, but then she was also listening to like
That's
Prince and
Yeah.
everything else, so
That's
there
it.
was, and then my sister was also really into like alternative music and
Yeah.
country, so I had all these different just sounds just coming at me, and I'm
Right.
the baby, so I'm like absorbing everything. I'm like
Yeah.
a sponge. So I'm so drawn. I'm just like not one of those people that's like oh, this is the only sound I like. So I think that is something, an advantage for me.
Like the variety.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
variety.
it's a true musician.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, coming from Missouri, it's kind of unique to hear that you're kind of all over.
Yeah.
It's usually kind of like, okay, because from where I come from, it was like you got one sound.
Yeah.
And then you might have had another, but you stayed with this because it was safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's really cool to see that you are broadened out and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna tackle all this.
Yeah.
Because I feel it all. That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
That's
Most
what
people look at me and assume I sing like country or
Yes.
folk. Like, you're from Missouri and you must sing a country music. I'm
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Marley, with all of these amazing influences that, you talked about, mainly with your family, like your big sister, I love that. And you're having an appreciation for all types of music. Is there a particular moment in your musical career or that may have influenced your music career, not directly related to music, that you're most proud of? Or like, it will never be forgotten?
Yeah. That's so hard. I think there's so many, I guess I'd probably say the first time I sat down to write my first song. Because
Really?
I think my whole life I was like, for me, even if I accomplish big things like release a music video or get more exposure, whatever, network or perform at this venue, whatever, I think I value the little things more because I think that in the first place, the fact that I even wrote a song and sat down and put it on paper and pursued it makes me the most proud, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I feel that. Touches my heart. Yeah. How old were you? Do you remember around what age you were, what grade you were in, school?
actually, when I first wrote, it was 2 years ago. When I wrote my first song ever.
Hold on. I was
Wow.
thinking after the Santa letter.
No.
Like
Yeah.
2 years
wrote.
ago.
Or when
never
she was
wrote.
younger, for sure.
Right.
I never wrote when I was little.
I don't know why I felt to ask you that question.
No.
Like, I'm feeling the energy right now and it's touching my heart. I can't, I'm just very deep like that.
So since you had all this download that was going on all these years, you were just like erupting.
Right.
Basically.
That's
If
it.
you did just 2 years ago, I know you were like, I gotta get this out.
Okay, that's a little funny, but he's
it's
actually
true.
helping me to understand why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. You're
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah.
Because that's why it was so special, Marley, because it was all of those years.
Mhm.
It was that Santa letter that was incorporated. It was all of the experiences that you had with your big sister. I lost my brother. So it's special moments with our siblings that are very special. And whatever else that you may have gone through or journeyed through.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's crazy.
So
And
you had
Journey,
about
yeah.
about 7 albums inside of you.
Okay.
Boy,
They're lightning.
I see.
No, I mean,
Prince
but
S.
seriously, think about how long people have been singing. If they were singing since they were a child,
Right.
Yeah.
and you just started writing 24 months ago, and we ask you what you're doing today, 24 months later, and you have a video, a single, an album. Like, how many people have been sitting on their shit?
Yes,
That's true,
And you're
Trisha.
like-
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm
sis.
on it. Like,
Yeah.
focus.
For sure.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
But that's, you know what's scary about that, Trish, is that if that's what she's doing now,
Mhm.
in another 2 years, 24
Whoa.
months,
Better move
like you
out her
said,
way, or she
Yeah,
gonna
you have
run
to
you
break it
over.
down.
I was about to say,
Oh, you're in my
No.
lane. I'm sorry. Move.
my
That's
spot.
powerful.
It is. Like, I'm feeling that energy.
Yes.
I can see Marley at the Grammys and
Uh-oh.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
there it is.
and Kanye come out and snatch their award.
Okay.
It's
You
like,
know,
Marley wrote 7
Journey
albums.
are in a joke mode. We're trying to
He wrote
feel.
7 albums in the last 2 years. She deserved this. And Marley's like, yo,
As
did.
somebody
I
else
did.
say they took freaking
I did.
7 years to do one album.
I don't know. It's like Tiz and Journey. They're on a good one. Like, I'm trying to
I'm
be
just saying.
emotional.
we're visionaries here. I can see that. I can actually see that. You
Okay,
worked
I
hard.
believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
It really
is.
is.
I
Heck
think
yeah.
it was always there, but I grew up playing sports and I was trying to find it, I think.
Basketball.
Mhm.
Yeah, basketball.
I knew it.
Nailed it.
We
And
we're
actually-
here because I'm
yeah.
a basketball player.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was It was actually basketball. I was so passionate about it, and I love the game
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
this day, and I do it for fun. But
Yeah.
I think it was we played competitively, so we traveled for it, and it was just our life, and I loved it. But it wasn't until actually I got cut from the basketball team my junior year, and it was just all this political stuff, whatever. And that actually was the day that I pretty much took on, not like literally the day, but that
Right.
turn happened, and then the arts happened for me, and then I ended up going to school for it. So
Wow,
Yeah.
you really had something to say because you went through something.
yeah,
Mhm.
Wow,
Yeah.
Marley. It's
Yeah.
an honor to
Oh,
sit
there's some
next
more.
to you.
There's some more coming out. There's definitely some more that's going to come
That's
out. from that.
incredible.
Yeah.
I just had an epiphany.
Oh, she left us. Are
I'm
you back?
sorry.
Was
I'm
the last one was
back.
the peacock? Wait,
Care to
what? No.
Do you care to share?
It's kind of about myself. I went on a journey, but you inspired me there.
Yeah, look, we're surprised.
Like,
Come on.
okay, the magazine, I feel that God gave me the idea in September.
Mm-hmm,
I got in a crazy ass car accident that could have killed me in December,
mm-hmm.
but I still had planned on doing it and had done all the legal research prior, approached my cousin to be my partner as editor in chief. But within 9 months, we went to our first print and Stevie Wonder came to our grand opening. I hadn't ever done a design program in my life, and I taught myself how to
I love
design the
that.
magazine
There it is.
and lay it out.
Decide.
But that's crazy.
Decide
That's
and then do it.
deciding and
And like Dave
doing.
says,
Decide
just
and then
show
do it.
up.
High
What is-
five.
Dave
I'd
tells
never
us to
even
show up.
thought of that before.
That's awesome. Stevie
it.
Wonder. Oh my
Yep.
God, I
That's
would
it.
lose it.
Right, exactly.
I would
Speaking of
lose it.
influences, right?
Right.
Like
I'm like,
jazz, blues,
yeah.
exactly.
But I don't
Oh,
think I
man.
realized it until you said that because it's so powerful what you're doing in a matter of 24 months.
Yeah, it's
It
big.
is.
It's
Marley.
really
Thank you. I appreciate
So
it.
so how is your support system been coming along as far as the people backing you with your music? How are you feeling, and what do you want them to know? What do you want your supporters to know?
Honestly, I think that is something that I'm trying to figure out right now.
Okay.
Because I'm at a place where I believe that I have the material, I have the personality, or I have the things that I need.
Mhm.
I just need someone and like a team of people to connect the dots for me, or
Mhm.
help or contribute in some way.
Mhm.
So that's actually what I've been working on, trying to find management, trying to find just the right direction, because I feel like it's all there. I just need, that's that next step for me.
Yeah.
And as you're seeking it, they're going to gravitate for you because you're in your lane. So the universe is going to continue to give you that as you're producing what you were meant to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
It's powerful.
And you're doing it in one of the biggest markets in music. So
Yeah.
it's
Exactly.
Yeah,
going to happen.
I know. I feel like there's like no better place to be for it.
Most
Absolutely.
definitely.
As far as networking, especially, I feel like LA is like one of the best places
Yeah.
to do that.
And you're on the
Agreed.
best radio show ever.
Look at the
so,
dream.
The dream is here, baby.
Hey.
you know,
Yeah,
things
journey.
are happening.
Well, we're gonna do what we're supposed to do. Then we're gonna find out and give these people where they can follow your music. How can we get a hold of you? What is your socials? Let's get into that so these people know.
So, I'm kind of one of those people, or this isn't going to help my case right now, but I don't love social media.
Yeah.
You gonna learn.
A lot of true musicians
Social media
don't.
doesn't
A lot of
love
true
you.
musicians
You gonna
really don't.
learn
They
today.
let
I know.
people run it for them.
I know, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't like it's funny.
Well,
If
you love
somebody-
to write, so
I
maybe
do.
like take tidbits or a sentence or a couple words and dot and have that be the inspiration of your post.
It's not
You
even
know?
about posting. It's just like, I don't know. I don't like to have, like, I deleted my Facebook, so I don't have that.
Mhm.
But I have Instagram.
about
I do have
to.
Instagram. I feel like that's like one of the main
Yeah.
ones you should have right now.
Yeah.
And you can find me there at Marley Chiarte, which everyone has a hard time spelling my last name.
I love that Chiarte.
Chiarte.
You know, that
It's
sounds
pretty.
urban.
Yeah. It's Marley with 2 E's and then Chiarte, Quirarte. But yeah.
Can you say that again?
Is that French?
It's actually Spanish.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's the romance language.
It is.
Still in the
It
romance.
is. People think it's French. It's actually originates from the Basque country in
Uh-huh.
Spain, so it's
Yeah.
kind of where the French.
Exactly.
And
The
the Spanish
vosotros
bread.
verb. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
How do you
Reproduce.
spell it again?
Quirarte. Yeah.
I love it.
That's a
Are we still
sign.
spelling the name here?
No, I spelled
They
it
were,
wrong.
they were.
That's why.
I
I'm
did
like,
too.
looking at it, I'm
I
like,
crossed it
no,
out and I did it
that's
again.
wrong.
I'm like, everybody got silent. I'm looking up and
It's
I'm
like,
just looking at
Are
you.
there two
That's
R's?
how we're already obsessed with you. Like, where is it right
Like,
now?
saying.
I don't ever want to forget
I'm like
her.
writing it.
No,
I'm
we-
like,
I
what
We're
need
is
gonna have
to
some
stalk her
conversations with this
page.
young lady because she gonna learn today that social media you're gonna learn.
That's true, though,
We're going
Tiz.
to because it's gonna help you to transcend to where you want to go right now.
It is.
And when we
It
get
is
in, when
annoying
people get
sometimes,
into your
but
music
it's
and they
true.
start to feel it and love it and know it, it's
Yeah.
you.
They
And
need
you're gonna have
that
some fun
go-to
with it.
page. Yeah.
Go
It's gonna have
viral.
some fun, indeed.
I hope so.
All right, so I'm interested in this coming from the Midwest, and I want to see what my Missouri sister here has, and we're gonna find out what your superpower is.
Oh, my superpower.
Mhm.
I would say I think mine is probably being able to literally feel I guess like experiences and situations that other people are in. I think because I feel like I've experienced a lot, so I feel like it's very easy for me to put myself in someone else's shoes. And I think that helps me write because it allows me to relate to an audience. What would they want to hear? What story do they need to hear right now? What's going to help them through this or that? That I think that's what makes me successful at writing, in my process of writing. And I think being able to bring like any type of person together. I feel like that's always been something I love about myself. Any kind of person. I always would have birthday parties and people would be like, only you could get that person here, that person, and that person, and
Yeah.
make it work in a
Mhm.
group.
Mhm.
I love that. I think that that's like one of the coolest traits of somebody. So I think that'd be my superpower.
I love it.
Beautiful.
It's super smart.
We should start asking how would your how would your uniform or how would your costume look?
Ask her.
Oh, how would your? Thank you for allowing
I
me to
think I-
tag onto your question, Tiz. I feel so special.
Shoot, get it.
So how would your costume?
What would be your colors?
Yes, the
Ooh,
fashionista
The color
over
of
here.
your cape.
Yeah.
Yes, something.
Would you have a cape?
I would have, I think I would, but it would be like, I'd have a blazer, first of all, because I'm obsessed with pantsuits.
That is so
blazers.
cute.
I love blazers. Suits, I'm obsessed. I want to be in a suit all the
Oh,
time.
you would be bad. You
I
would
don't
walk
know.
up in
I
there
just
like, boss.
Boss, babe.
Yes, honey, CEO.
She's
type.
like, she's on the fast lane. She's
Batteries
like
is
24
coming.
months.
Don't you
Watch me
see it?
24 months. Get out of my
Don't you
way.
see, oh girl. And she has on a nice blazer right now, listening audience. Listen, I saw that. I felt something.
What color would it be though?
Well, my favorite colors, okay, I'm obsessed with purple.
Okay.
So it would
royalty.
maybe be like a magenta, maybe. Or maybe it'd be like emerald. I love greens. I'm
Whoa, it's
obsessed
like
with
the Wizard of
Yeah,
Oz,
like
man.
something crazy.
People have to connect.
Where did you get the
There's
Wizard of Oz
no
though? All I
place
think of the Golden Brick Road.
No, I'm gonna connect with you forever. There's no place like home, girl. No, I'm gonna stay. Please let me be your friend.
Wow.
No, please let me be your friend. No.
Marquita, how long have I known you? You have not asked me that.
Trisha, okay. That is
We're gonna have to
the
talk about
CEO of LA Style
Okay.
Magazine. She has to interject something about fashion. The fact that I have not asked her about what she
No,
wears.
it was about my friendship.
Okay. Oh my God, she's gonna start on that.
Oh my God.
Since Marley, please continue. I love you, Trisha. Marley, please continue to tell us about your superhero
Suit.
attire.
Yes.
It's not
Yes.
suit. It's a
Exactly.
Is it
it's
attire?
suit. It's
Yeah.
attire. Her
Yeah,
attire
attire.
is a suit.
Is that the
Yeah.
PC
Girl, let
thing?
me
Can I
tell
say
you
suit?
something. You need to get that designed.
I want to.
And what are you gonna have like
Yeah.
right there on the back, Marley? Oh, girl, they're not
There's
ready.
no place like home.
Oh my God, they're not ready, girl. No, it like the end.
And then underneath it's like home is where the heart is.
Oh
Wherever you
my
go.
God.
girl,
There
you're
you
gonna
go.
be fired. It's gonna be like velour. Girl, no, we'll talk after. We'll talk. Dirty.
What happened?
I'm sorry.
So-
This is a trigger for me. Wonderland superhero,
Oh,
and
Love it.
and Tiz, this is his part.
No.
And he shared. No, he shared. He's being humble. But he shared. He is normally the one. He always asks about the superhero. We humble ourselves. That was extraordinary. Sorry, Dave.
I like the
Production.
suit part. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
With the
Love
tie. I'd probably have a tie too.
Oh my God.
I like turtlenecks a lot.
Wow, you
Suit
took
and
it up
tie.
a notch.
Turtlenecks are back.
That's bad.
With an
You
M
got
on
a
the back.
chick. You got a chick rolling out in a suit with a tie, letting them know something.
Boom.
You let them know, Marley, and we have your back. Me and Trisha. It's like
Yeah.
Charlie's Angel, Marley's
like-
Angels. How does that feel? Marley's Angels. How does that make you feel?
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
supported.
Oh.
Oh man.
Love it.
It's
I'm
a lot
sorry,
of Midwest love in here, man.
It's a
It's
lot
great
of
stuff.
love.
It's great stuff, man.
Love it.
That is
Marley,
hilarious.
in
Well,
the
Marley,
house.
thank you for coming to the show again.
Thanks for having me.
And
Yes.
and you're a resident here, so whenever you got something cool going on, definitely come back. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know.
Perfect. Will do.
But I want to give you this nugget because you know how to write. You know how to write for people.
Mm,
That's another way in the industry.
right here.
yeah.
They're
Sure.
like the industry is always looking for great writers. So
They're
Try to-
they're
try to
not
ask
looking, they need.
they need
They
great
need
writers.
it.
Oh.
It's not a look, they need it.
Yeah.
And that
This day
leads
and
to
age, please.
collaboration.
That's why I think
Please.
Travis didn't really, because it's great music, fire, but that heart from that experience, right, Journey?
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
let me hear some of your stuff from experience. I'm not gonna say
Oh.
it. That stuff is fire.
Oh, that part.
We
You know
got
it is. Stay
Dabbing
humble.
going on in here.
That part.
Marley.
Humble if you
Definitely.
Yes. Keep
Marley,
writing, please.
let's give it up for Marley Chiarte. Please.
Appreciate it.
Trip Digital presents LA Style Magazine. We will be back.
Oh, man.
Trisha Love.
Yes.
Wear a suit.